coming to the NFL now, right? Historic franchise, amazing fan base. What are you looking most forward to going there?
Winning, getting on the field, playing with Josh Allen, interacting with Bill's Mafia. I ain't lying. I hope they let me jump through a table. I want to do it so bad.
Yo, I'm Robert Griffin III, and this is RG3 and The Ones, a Wave Sports and Entertainment original presented by PrizePicks. On this show, we're going to be talking to some of the most interesting people in the world, and if you have not hit that like or subscribe button yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Okay, we're going to be dropping new episodes for you weekly. Make sure y'all follow us on social media at RG3 and The Ones, or like I just said, social media, one of those, and you can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. This week, oh my goodness, I know I can't wait to talk to you guys about what the Atlanta Falcons did, drafting Michael Penix Jr., number 8 overall in the first round, after paying Kirk Cousins $100 million. Woo! I got a lot to say about that one. But before we get there, we're going to have on this episode, we talking to a man that is famous right now. Should be famous for his play, but right now he's one of the funniest coming out of the draft. Everybody wants to know all his shopping secrets. I'm talking about the man who is now the newest receiver for the Buffalo Bills, coming over from the Florida State Seminoles, which is why I got this turquoise on. The one and only Keon Coleman. Welcome to the show, brother.
Appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah, man, it's going to be a blast. So we got to already start off with like the super hard-hitting questions for you. So when is the Macy's commercial dropping?
Yeah, I'm worried about football, man. Once football gets kicked off and, I get settled there, then all that'll happen. But
I like it. So you talk about being focused on football. One thing I noticed from the draft is as soon as you got picked, you were on the phone with, it seemed like your trainer, to already set up like a route running session. Why was that the first thing that came to mind for you to do?
Wait, how y'all got that audio? What do you mean? How y'all know that?
I only know that because it was on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Somebody was videoing you at the house, fam, and they got you talking about it.
DCIA. They ain't supposed to be minding their business. But yeah, man, just with the 30 visits, you do a lot of working out in the hotels and stuff, running on a treadmill. It don't translate to football. You can get in shape. I need to get back on that grass and get the crafting again so I can be ready for rookie minicamp.
Now, you talked about that, and I do know from just personal experience, 2 of your trainers. I believe you work with David Robinson, correct?
Yeah.
And also Delphonte Diamond.
Yeah.
Like, those 2 guys, what have they meant for you and your development as a receiver?
I mean, they meant a lot, outside of, what you're learning in college. He's critiquing 12 different guys, but you get your one-on-one sessions with him, and then you get to train with other guys that they train with, and you get to, learn a lot about your game and take pieces from their game and add it to yours. So it means a lot, helping my creativeness and my routes and all that stuff, just helping me sharpen up.
One thing I noticed that you guys do a lot of is you actually run full speed routes almost every single time you guys do a training session. A guy by the name of Devontae Adams said that that's important because guys get so caught up doing all the cool looking drills on Instagram that they don't get the real work they need to by actually running the routes. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree, because it's the same thing as a DB. You do all them backpedaling drills when you got somebody like Devontae running at you. That cone drill don't mean nothing. So it's the same thing.
You said something in your introductory press conference talking about how you shop for your winter coats in the summertime. All right.
Yeah.
Now, you from Louisiana. I'm also from Louisiana. What other gyms do you have? Because I feel like the people need to know any other shopping gyms you got, because you say you shop like your mama. So I know my mama got some shopping gyms, but what other ones does your mom have?
I mean, that's the main ones. You shop out of season, the clothes cheaper. As simple as that. All other gyms, they gyms for a reason. That's what we to keep.
Oh, okay. I like it. Okay. I respect that. When you look at this from a standpoint of being from Opelousas, Louisiana, right? And you said in your press conference that the statistics say that you're not supposed to make it out. I know what you mean by that because I grew up in the 9th Ward in the Iberville Projects in New Orleans, Louisiana. My family is also from New Orleans, Louisiana. So I know what you mean by that, but the people listening to this that are getting a chance to get to know you on a deeper level, they might not know. So to you, could you explain to them what you meant by that?
I mean, the last guy I think that ever played in the NFL from where I'm from is Deborah Henderson. And before him, I really couldn't even tell you. So it don't happen very often. It happens we see it as every 20 years somebody get a chance. But there's a lot of guys that's probably better athletes than me. I doubt it. But, they got a lot of guys with in that area expertise. They're very athletic, fast, can jump high, can ball, but they either never get the chance, or when they do get the chance, they don't have the right guidance, or, they don't have their head screwed on right, and different paths lead you down different roads. So they end up taking the wrong one and they never make it out. And it happens so much. It's like the statistics don't favor you doing what I'm doing. It don't happen.
And when you say that about the statistics, who in your life was the most instrumental in helping you make it?
My mom and my brother. That's my mom and my brother. And the rest of my support staff, they were pivotal too.
Okay, so when you had the opportunity to go and be in Opelousas, Louisiana, you watching, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, you talking about Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. The question I have is how did you ever make it out of Louisiana with the amount of recruitment that you got? How did they let you get out of the state?
I'm gonna say this: they didn't let me. I didn't want to stay home. I felt like you said, a lot of people get caught wanting to stay home, and it's nothing home but distraction and bad influences. So I wanted to get as far away from home to learn as much about myself, improve my self-awareness and my discipline as a man as I was growing. I got to college I made 18. I graduated and got to school within 3 days. So I just wanted to get far away from home and just, learn how to be a man on my own.
Okay. And when you went to Florida State, you talking about going from a place in Louisiana where the weather's different, the food is different. Was it a little bit of a culture shock for you being up there in Michigan?
Nah, I mean, it was a slight, but it wasn't that crazy. Because I think Louisiana winter's colder than Michigan. Just because they get snow, they think it's cold. Man, that wind get to hitting you at 50. Ain't nobody coming outside Louisiana, bro. You going in the house. No. But Michigan, you put some Ugg boots on and a puffer coat, you good. That ain't gonna help you. Nah, you need a shield from God himself in Louisiana when that wind get to coming. It's over.
You're right. You're right about that. And I when you say that, you talk about the weather, but the food is different too. And I know when you went down to Florida State, at least I read that you was a big Waffle House guy. You know what I'm saying? Like when you were up there at Michigan State in East Lansing, what was it like getting around initially trying to figure out like, all right, how am I going to not just survive here, but thrive here?
I mean, I kind of already had the plan. I knew what they had and what they didn't have. So, I also could cook. I'm from Louisiana. My mama taught me, you learn how to cook. So I wasn't really tripping on fast food. I just really only ate Subway. I ate Subway every day for lunch. That was like my go-to.
There you go. There goes another sponsorship for you right there with Subway.
Oh man, I've been said that. Man, they asked me, man. My first day on campus, I think fall camp. They was like, "What's the best fast food restaurant in East Lansing?" I said Subway. I'm like, it ain't no for no. It doesn't just. That's what I like to eat. I went to Chick-fil-A the next day for a shake. Yeah, they was like, man, you could have said us. I'm like, technically y'all kind of in Hope, not in Hope. Y'all in like Oakham, y'all not in East Lansing. That don't count. They're like, they weren't going for that. I'm like, Subway fire.
No, it is fire. You talk about cooking. You say you can cook.
Yeah.
What you really throw down with?
Everything. I put everything in a pot. My go-to, pork chops. I go some pork chops, French style green beans and corn, some rice and gravy with some deer sauce.
Okay. So, what kind of seasoning you putting on them chops?
It's only one type. You can hit that cayenne pepper, that Tony Sasha. You feel me? You could put a little garlic powder if you want. You could do different things if you want. Your seasoning blend gonna have your flavor with it, with your onions and bell peppers and all that.
Okay, so we're gonna stay on this cooking thing for a second because now you didn't pique my interest. Because being from New Orleans, Louisiana, we make gumbo. I know y'all make gumbo out there in Opelousas as well. Have your parents, has your mom ever taught you how to make gumbo? Have you ever made gumbo?
They gonna crucify me. I'm not the biggest fan of gumbo.
Oh no!
They gonna come for me, but it is no. I don't eat a lot of things, but gumbo. I'm not, man. That's soup. I don't want all that gravy. Just put me enough to make it rice and gravy, and I'll be good. I don't even get my gumbo in a bowl. I don't want all that. I don't need all the juice.
Where you put the gumbo at?
I put just enough gravy to make it rice and gravy. I don't need all the. Nah, I don't need my bowl flooded. I don't like that. You still can give me the crawfish tails, the shrimp tails, the crab. You can put all that still on my plate. Okay. Just don't put all that gravy on there. I'm not gonna eat it.
Oh man, so you're right about all the stuff you put in the gumbo. I'm just glad you didn't say nothing like hot dog weenies or something, or corn or chicken. Like nah,
that's something I don't try down there.
Nah, we don't try that down there in New Orleans, Louisiana. That's not what we do. You know what I'm saying?
This argument the other day. Y'all food not better than Opelousas food.
Nah, fam. No. Listen.
We'll argue about this on another episode. We're gonna let the comments do this one. I'm gonna have to post this one.
Nah, listen. I'm telling you, bro. So what you think Billy's got something on what we got in New Orleans?
Y'all don't even have boudin. What you mean?
I know we don't got boudin. I'm saying you talking about Billy's. I'm talking about
that says a lot. You know about Billy's.
I know about Billy's. Listen, Opelousas. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to the state of Louisiana.
And that's what I'm saying. Y'all got that old tough old bread for that little French food. That's
for the poor boys.
That's trash.
Listen, I'm gonna take. Listen, you got to take me to Opelousas and take me to food spots that you think is the most popular.
You know where we going? Mama's fried chicken off the rip.
Ooh,
what you want? A shrimp po' boy? What you want? A shrimp po' boy? You want a burger? You want a 2-piece dog mix? What you want? Shrimp basket? You got it all. Fried Oreo, funnel cake.
You right?
I'm gonna get you like this. Just go ahead and look at the menu. What you want? I got you. You're gonna be stuck. You ain't gonna know what to get.
I'm not gonna know what to get because y'all got so many different spots. You just mentioned 2 different ones. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all ain't got neither one that I can claim. I can't tell somebody that's not from Louisiana. If you go to New Orleans, go here. I don't even go there to eat, so I can't recommend it.
And the reason is because the places that you're talking about, like I could take you to the gas station. You had the best po' boy you ever had in your life.
No,
we don't have. I promise you.
No,
promise you. Yes.
Y'all gas stations better got gas. How you gonna have a po' boy, man? Y'all gas stations got 2 pumps. Y'all want to be serving po' boys, man.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna stop right now. Okay. I read something. I saw a video of you how you eat. Right? You eat whatever you want. Your Waffle House order is out of this world. Your McDonald's
order. Some of that be
order,
cap, man. Some of the people be cap. They be taking different clips here and there.
Okay, so
I eat McDonald's every day. I'm like, that ain't even true.
Oh, because like people were starting to compare you to Ocho Cinco because he on that. I'm gonna eat whatever I want and go out there and play however I want.
Yeah,
but you're not really on that.
I'm not on no diet because it's not no weight loss or weight gain thing. My weight be very consistent. But like I said, I can cook, and then my brothers could cook. So if they here, my mama here, somebody gonna cook a meal. So we gonna eat 4-5 times a day, maybe 6.
Right.
And, have a snack in between. But the only thing I eat that people think be bad every day, ice cream. Look, I got it right there. Ice cream every day. But I could get McDonald's. I get one fast food once a week.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so that makes more sense to me because like I know the work you put in, having had an opportunity to get down there with Coach Norvell and like get a real glimpse of what you guys do to get ready. That makes more sense. Like, who doesn't eat bad once a week?
That ain't even bad. That's just good. Your body need that.
Your body need it. I'm with you. All right.
Your body got to fight.
You got to fight. Sometimes you got to give it some extra juice so it can fight for you. I'm with you. So when you look at the standpoint of ice cream, all right, what is your go-to ice cream?
Cookies and cream. Only thing I'm getting. Whether it's a shake, the regular ice cream, I'm not nothing else.
Okay, cookies.
Maybe a vanilla cone every now and then, only from probably Dairy Queen though. But like, yeah, I got an ice cream spot like literally around the corner. Okay. You want to shout them out, or is it just like a regular store? Andy's, yeah. I mean, I hope everybody got an Andy's. That ice cream spot.
Andy's ice cream, cookies and cream. Okay, I'm writing that down.
And then hold up, you gotta go Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen got the triple chocolate brownie. They give you a warm brownie. You get extra. I get an extra scoop of ice cream and extra whipped cream, and then they put the fudge crust.
Oh my God, bro!
It's so good. It ain't even on the menu, so you got to know what you're talking about.
Oh, so you like that at the fast food spaces?
I know what I like to get, bro. I don't play all that eating that new food stuff. I like to eat what I like to eat.
Yeah, you sound like my mama and them. We don't like to eat that new food now. We're gonna let you go.
If we go to a restaurant, I ain't never ate that. You know who I'm calling first? My mama. Mama, what I get over here?
Listen, okay. Do y'all get groceries in Opelousas?
We make groceries.
There you go. All right. What y'all call soda?
Soda?
You call it soda? We call it cold drinks. Cold drinks in New Orleans.
That's what y'all call it.
You don't like that?
I mean, I don't drink soda anyways. The older people around here, they call it soda water. I'm like, I don't know about that. What you got going on with that one?
There you go. That's exactly what they call it.
What y'all call cold cups?
What you mean?
Y'all call it a cold cup? Or y'all call it something else? A freeze cup, freeze pop?
We call it a freeze cup.
It's the same thing, universal language, bro. You know what we're talking about.
But listen, people in New Orleans, like I lived in the projects for a year. My family been there for generations. They think in Louisiana it's New Orleans and then it's everybody else.
That's true. That's kind of, well, really, it's like you got New Orleans and then you got North Louisiana. They don't count, and then you got like Central Alexandria, and they don't count. And then you got like Opelousas, like Acadiana area, it's cut off. You feel me?
Right.
But New Orleans like their own country. That's like Miami and Florida. They don't think they're a part of Florida. New Orleans just they think they're their own thing.
Because we are. But now you're right. Now the comments gonna love you because you showing love New Orleans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna give respect where it's due. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you. Hey, y'all got it. Cause y'all got your own cultural thing going on. Y'all the only city got a bus. Who ride buses? Like, come on, bro. Y'all got buses and trains. Like, where y'all going? Y'all don't need a city. You gonna go from Gretna to Marrero? You ain't going nowhere, man.
Hey, you funny, man. You really funny. I was gonna ask you, do you go to Lafayette for Mardi Gras, or you come to New Orleans for Mardi Gras?
I don't even. That's too many people for me.
You ain't never been?
I don't drink and none of that, so I don't want to be around them people.
Okay, I respect that. I respect that.
I definitely wouldn't go to. I don't even recommend people going to New Orleans. Too much
going
on, man. Man, you going out there for Mardi Gras to walk on 2 streets, Bourbon and Canal. You could be in the French headquarters. You get out. Let's say you get outside at 5 o'clock. By 5:30, your phone off. Cell tower down. You can get lost. Nobody gonna find you, man. I don't recommend nobody going to play around in New Orleans, bro. There ain't nothing over there.
Hey, man, it's a good time. It's a good time. You're going to have to check it out at some point.
I'm not going.
What is the top traditions in Opelousas that everybody needs to know about?
We got different restaurants you can eat at. We don't have them all in there, but we got enough going on. We got Hibbies, we got some stuff. Good. But I think probably a trail ride or something. Probably a trail ride, mud fest. We do more outside activities because we got a more country part, but you still got a little bit of city. We 4-wheelers, riding 4-wheelers and all that extra stuff. We outside.
Okay. So you recently said that you and CeeDee Lamb are cousins.
Yeah.
Now y'all cousins, like blood cousins, or y'all like Louisiana cousins?
No, ain't no. Nah, I don't claim just Louisiana cousins. His grandfather and my great grandmother, they are first cousins.
Okay.
Yeah, so it ain't like we just found it out. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Louisiana is a small place. And everybody from Louisiana, if they in Texas, people come from Louisiana for the most part.
So have you had an opportunity to like really kick it with CD yet or no?
Yeah, I mean, we trained a few different times, but we both be busy. I had the pre-draft process and the end of my season, and then he had the great year he had. So a lot to be going on.
RG3 and The Ones is presented by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is the most fun I've had, winning up to 25 times my money this year. It's really fun, you guys. And it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and place your entry. Yes, sir, just like that. PrizePicks is the best way to get action on sports in more than 30 states across the country, including California, Texas, and Georgia. You know what I'm saying? They like it in Georgia now. You can now win up to 100 times your money on PrizePicks with as little as 4 correct picks. That means you can turn $10 into $1,000 with basketball, hockey, and college basketball entries today on PrizePicks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Or you can get some early football picks with me. Kickoff might be a long ways away, but you can already pick more or less on 2024 season stats on PrizePicks. Season totals for passing yards, receiving touchdowns, sacks, you name it. We got it. All right, so let's get into it. This week on PrizePicks, I selected Caleb Williams to break the passing record for the Chicago Bears. I think he's going to have more than 3,455.5 passing yards. When you got DeAndre Swift and Keenan Allen and Roma Dunze and DJ Moore and Cole Kmet, you might have an opportunity to go out there and do things we haven't seen before. So I expect him to do it. And secondly, I'm going to go with Jaden Daniels having more than 3,200.5 passing yards. For similar reasons, I think he's going to start right away, but he also has guys like Zach Ertz, Scary Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, and they just brought in a tight end from Kansas State named Ben Sinnott that I think is going to do some damage for him. Not to mention Austin Eckler out of the backfield. So both of these guys are set up to have big years, and with the guys not being able to hit as much, those receivers aren't going to be scared going across the middle. look for them to put up some huge numbers. So those are my picks. Daily Fantasy Sports is made easy with PrizePicks. Download the app today and use code RG3 for a first deposit match of up to $100. Again, remember, download the app and use the code RG3 for a first time deposit match of up to $100. See y'all soon. Coming to the NFL now, right? Go to the Buffalo Bills, historic franchise, amazing fan base. What are you looking most forward to going there?
Winning, getting on the field, playing with Josh Allen, interacting with Bills Mafia.
Yeah, I like that.
You got the best fans in the country. I ain't lying. I hope they let me jump through a table. I want to do it so bad.
Yeah, man. They're notorious for jumping through the tables. I even a couple of years back said if they won the Super Bowl, I was going to jump through a table on fire with them. But you made a decision to reach out to Andre Reed. Like, why was that important for you to reach out to the Hall of Fame wide receiver?
Like you said, he's in the select group of where I'm trying to be. And he played for the same organization. And I'm really just paying my respects, but also trying to get a nugget here and there to learn how to get where he's at.
Right.
We talked about it. You got to get real close to your quarterback. Like, that has to be a real connection there. Not just because you won't ball. You got to be able to have a real personal connection with him, because that connection goes deeper than just off the field. It helps on the field and off the field. And, it's just like, why wouldn't you want to have a brother that, that y'all can count on each other so much that you close your eyes, he close his eyes, and he put the ball somewhere, you're going to be there. Like, that's just probably the best feeling in the world.
What do you typically do to try to get on the same page with a quarterback? Because you played with a bunch of them in college, and the last one you had, Jordan Travis, y'all had a great rapport. How do you establish that?
I think the easiest part is once you figure out how much they really love ball and love to compete and win, it starts there, because you're going to start watching film with them, and then it's going to become like, I don't have a life outside of football, so I'm trying to learn everything, and I'm just trying to vibe. So the things I do off the field, golf a little bit, I'll bowl a little bit. So it's like a chill, competitive sport. So 9 times out of 10, your QBs and special teams, they love golfing. So, off the field, they only do certain things, and then they probably hang with their girlfriend or their family. They kind of, like me, they tight-knit with their family because they have a lot going on in their headspace. So they try to eliminate the useless distractions, and, they try to be efficient with their time. So I just interact with kind of how they like to do things off the field. Now, I'm not going to be like, all up your backside and stuff. Certain things you do that I don't do, I'm not going to just be jumping the gun. But the things we cool with doing, we're going to do together, and we're just going to form that brotherhood.
Nah, that's awesome, because everyone out there is going to be like, you know what, I'm going to start getting into golf, because if my quarterback likes golf and I like golf, it might help me get a few more passes here and there. I know I certainly experienced that in my career with the receivers that I had who were interested in similar things, whether it be video games, basketball, whatever it may be. And we do those things together, and you build that closer-knit bond. But for you and Josh Allen, he texted you as soon as you got drafted, and he has said that you were the receiver that he wanted. Like, how did that make you feel to get the message and also understand that you're the guy that he handpicked?
That's a dream come true. Like, that's going to make our relationship skyrocket instantly. We both love ball, and we're trying to win now. So we're going to do what it takes. So
for you had 87 targets last year. I don't know if you knew that. You only had 2 drops, right? I think you're only the second player ever with Will Shipley to be an all-conference player, first team in 3 different spots. Wide receiver, I think it was all-purpose yards and special teams. So for you, knowing that you're coming to a team that has to replace the production of Stephon Diggs, what do you think you bring to the offense?
I think I just bring a different dynamic within the size and the way that I play the game. And it's just, I can't speak for what's going to happen on the field now, but it's going to be fun and special.
I like the fact that you didn't try to make a prediction there, because a lot of times the guys will make that prediction and then it'll come back to haunt them, but you still spoke with confidence. And I heard you at one point say that when it comes to DBs, if they don't double me, they can't cover me. Like, where does that mindset come from for you?
The work that I put in, and just, the things you put on tape, and it's kind of hard. You got, bigger, stronger, and within a close range, I'm faster, so it's like you're going to have to deal with it at some point. You get down to the red zone, you might as well just go Calvin treatment at that point. At least you're going to keep throwing it up. There ain't much you're going to be able to do. And then, outside of athletic ability, the brain, the smartness, me and my quarterback on the same page. We know where I'm going, you don't. So, like, how can you physically stop it? You're going to need somebody else. So, and just my preparation, how I attack the game, and just, like you said, the mentality is just there.
Okay, so when you you say that, now you're going against the best DBs in the world, and you still feel the same way having to go up against guys like Jalen Ramsey, Patrick Surtain II. You still feel that same way when you're across from someone who is deemed to be one of the best in the world at what they do.
Of course, because we're in the same league. Like, we both here to do the same thing. Make a play and kill one another. So the best man gonna win.
I like it. Now, talking about you and the way you play, I need you to do some play recaps for me. So I know we ain't going to have the film here for you.
I remember. I got you.
Yeah, I know you're going to roll. You seem to be on top of it, all things, whether it's culture or your memory from playing on the field. So this one, I actually called this game. It was against Syracuse. What was going through your mind when you saw that ball coming across the middle that you caught with one hand?
Nothing. Once I jump, it's like it's just me, the ball, and just how you grow up as a kid. When you shoot basketball, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, it's just me and the ball, really. I don't really see nobody else. I don't see nothing else. And just grab it by any means. I think I probably could have caught it with 2 hands. I don't know what really made me go up with 1. Like, I tell people I black out. Once I jump in the air, I black out. Whatever happens, going to happen. And I'm not going to notice it until I see it or, like, after it happened, like, oh, what the, you know what I'm saying? But nah, in the moment, it's just a routine play for me, a routine grab.
Whenever you black out, does it ever surprise you, some of the things you've been able to do?
Probably not till, like, after my homeboys come, after I call my homeboys after the game, then I'm like, boy, I really, like, you feel me? I really did that. You feel me? I did that to do, like, so, like, then, because then, like, now we excited about it. Like, we done seen you do it a lot of times, but you really just did that, bro, to another grown man? Come on, bro. So it's just like, now you be like, I really did do that. But in the moment, it's just like, it's a routine thing. Catch it, get up, do your first down, get the ball to the ref, next play.
Yeah. Speaking of routine, you had the game against LSU, first game of the year, where you had the 3 touchdown catches. So talk to me about each one of them. First one was a slant that you had more moves in the military family on getting to the end zone. What was the play call, or what was going through your mind on that one?
It was really just it was a tempo call. So like a NASCAR, essentially, just star. Got the signal from the sideline. Just put you twins to it put you in an empty set. So you put your back to the boundary, throw the screen if you like the numbers backside. We got a double slant, and you win. So if it's off coverage to the field, you take the win. If he would have pressed, I would have ran a goal. So like you said, it's either way you're gonna lose. And then we kind of threw the slant, and I feel once I got the ball, the first guy not gonna tackle me. So just make a move and get out of there.
Okay. Second touchdown, you had the box fade on the right in the slot. You high pointed it on the corner. What was the call? What were you thinking?
Shit, the call was, Coach, I want the ball. It was like, because the play before, it was like, I asked him to drive before. I'm like, what's up, Coach? Like, I'm ready to score. Like, we ready to score the offense, not just me. What we doing? I said, you trying to win time of possession? He's like, nah, man, we going to come to it. I'm like, man, we ready now. Like, they sorry. We ready now. We playing around too much. So we got to a situation like second and something, and then it was 3rd and 1. So he tempo called, let Jordan QB sneak. And when he got the first down, I kind of looked to the side. I was like, yo, like, I want him. Let's go. And then he just called, and I'm like, yeah. I had an option to break across the middle of the field. I'm not worried about none of that. Straight fade. Let's go up. Let's go up and get it. They blitzed, and Jay Child got it out quick, and we made the play.
Okay, so now third touchdown. You talked about fades on the last one. I mean, you took this dude to the barbershop and gave him a fade he'll never forget. On the left side, on the outside. Talk to me about that play. What was the call? What was going on?
Well, we was in 13 personnel, so it wasn't heavy, and it was just blade fade. So the first play we ran like a push, like an inside zone. We tried to push it in, and coach was like, if he liked the matchup and he gave you the thumbs up, Jay Trav, put it up there. What you thought I was gonna do? I put the thumbs up. I'm like, cuz you already know. Run this first play. Let's go ahead and get this over with. I ain't really had to do much. I'm like, all right, when we lined up and just called blade fade. 1-man route. There's only one thing that can happen. Touchdown to PI.
It's true. Nah, you was cooking them on all day. And really what you was doing all year, you guys just, I really felt like for you and the team, y'all should have been in the college football playoff. When you go back to that moment, after all the highlights that you guys had put together, thinking that you're going to get a chance to go play for a national championship and extend that college career, what was it like being in that room, and what was on y'all's mind when the decision came down that you guys were left out?
I mean, you when you start to understand the business of college, bro, and professional sports, there's a lot of politicking in it, which I don't get into. That ain't they gonna do what they want to do regardless. But at the end of the day, man, like with the teams that we're in, when Georgia lost, it kind of was like somebody gonna have to stand on the table for us to get in. because the number one team loses to Nick Saban and Bama in. But then the team that beat Bama dominated the conference championship, and they were within the top 6. I'm like, the politicking gonna probably put Texas in. I want us to get in bad, but I'm like, the politics of college football with the views, the clicks, they got their star power. We lost our star QB. They might slide it that way. They might not let us get in. But I'm like, man, I still hope we get in. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I kind of understand the business of football, man. I understand how the things work. I don't agree with it, but I'm not the one getting paid to make those decisions. But we were mad. We got up and left. We were like, ain't nothing else to talk about. The season ain't no more playing the bowl game because what we doing? We about to go play a bowl game. That's like playing a 18 game and they playing in the Super Bowl. What we really doing? When we supposed to be there, like, come on, bro. Like they should have just did the playoffs at that point. All them other bowl games, man, because it was BS. You know, I call it out. It was what it was, but you know, ain't much we could really do about it. You just got to keep on going.
Yeah, you guys being the only team ever in the CFP history to not get in, being an undefeated conference champion in a Power 5 conference, it was shocking to me. And, you know, I took some heat professionally because I stood up for you guys and felt like you guys had earned the right to be in there. And you kind of already answered the next question about, like, was that the reason? Like, the whole team basically decided, yeah, we're not playing? Or should I say the guys that were probably going to the NFL decided, all right, we're going to opt out of this bowl game?
Yeah, and then for the most part, 90% of us was banged up anyways.
Okay.
That's just an extra week we get to recover going into this process. You know, we trying to eliminate the MRIs on at the combine. You know, when you're trying to be there from 7 to 10. So it's just like, man, we just gonna take the time to recover. Because our hearts were broken at that point. Yeah. All the love was lost. It was like we did everything y'all told us to do, beat everybody y'all put on the schedule, did everything right, and we still was like, what more could we have done?
Right.
People say dominated the ACC championship game. Everybody have games like that, which is how you come out and win. Our defense stepped up and helped us bring that win in. You know, so it's like a win is a win at the end of the day. You can't dominate them all.
Yeah, I agree. And I got to ask this because some people said, oh, well, y'all were going to play Georgia, and that's why the guys opted out. What would you say to people who tried to question y'all's toughness and y'all's want to play a team like Georgia?
How many players we had drafted? 10, 11?
Yeah.
We're going to see who the better come out in the NFL. It's the only way you can tell. Of course, they want to play. They playing in the maddest HELL Bowl. They mad, but they lost. What y'all mad for? Because y'all lost. Y'all think this 2021, y'all supposed to just get in because y'all Georgia? It don't work like that. You would have won. You would have found out who was better between Florida State and Georgia. You would have played us in the Matter Bowl, the bowl that matter. We're going to play y'all in the bowl that don't matter. That's a waste of time. But y'all would have won and did what y'all supposed to do, y'all would have had to see us.
Right.
Would have been not doing this the whole time. All that barking would have put the spirit straight through you, cuz. Ain't no barking. That's dead. They'd have found out, but the world may never know because Georgia decided to lose.
That's true.
We should question their toughness to Bama. How y'all keep choking?
So you actually believe that if Georgia had beat Bama, you guys would have got in?
Yes, for sure. Because then it wouldn't have made no sense for Texas to get in.
Right.
Because then the ILCs go Georgia, Washington, Michigan, I don't want to say their name, school down the road, and then us. And I was hoping we played them first game. Jesus. I was hoping. I wanted to see Coach Harbaugh again.
I was going to say, that rivalry when you were at Michigan State with Michigan was still alive when you were at Florida State then.
Oh, yeah. As well as the ones I got put into with the school in Gainesville and the school in, you know, down there. Hey, I get put into it, I'm all in. I ride for my teammates.
Nah, I understand it. And now you're going to Buffalo, one of the, you know, I don't want to say crazier fan bases, but one of the more dedicated fan bases. So you must already just hate the Jets, hate the Patriots, everybody in that division too, huh?
Bills, Chiefs, everybody could get it. All of them.
I like it. To bring you back to Florida State real quickly, just why was Florida State the place for you to go? And what are you going to miss most about it?
Joe and Travis. It was simple. I knew of Johnny. I knew of Jaheim, all the additions we had, but none of that mattered if we don't have a guy that could throw the ball. So I just wanted that connection with him, and he was a Heisman caliber guy, but I wanted to play with a great quarterback. Like, that was a dream. Right. And I was like, and we get to do it with all these guys, we're going to run the ACC. They ain't going to be able to stop us offensively. I knew the defense was coming back, but I didn't know they were that good. I was like, oh, we definitely going to the championship for sure. I'm like, ain't nobody be able to guard us. Everybody about to go for 1,000. We about to go win. It's going to be a fairy tale at this point. Yeah, then it got ruined. But really, John Travis, man, I wasn't concerned about the offensive system. I didn't care about none of that. I wanted to play with John Travis. It was simple.
That's awesome. What was it about him that drew you to him?
I think he was the best quarterback in the country, despite who just got drafted. He really liked that. He still is like that. Once he get back fully healthy, he gonna learn from Aaron, and he gonna be a great player. But I just seen the potential in him. You know, he can run, he can make plays after the pocket collapse. He can extend the plays. He's very smart. It ain't a throw he can't make.
I don't disagree with you. I think that him going to the Jets is he's the perfect kind of guy you want in your building and certainly in your quarterback room. Sure. Leader, warrior. I did a breakdown tape for him, and I said he always threw the appropriate ball. For you as a receiver, when you get that catchable ball from a quarterback, like how much different is that than a guy you running a screen at him and he just drills back and drills one at your face as fast as he can possibly throw it? Like, how important is it to have a guy that throws a catchable ball?
It's very important because not everybody can catch. Like, not everybody's hands are my hands, not my hands are not everybody else's. So if you throw a good friendly ball, everybody gonna be able to catch it. If you throw a harder ball, you're only gonna be throwing at certain players.
That's true.
Because you're gonna get tired of the dudes with the softer hands and like, I can't catch that. It's too much gas. But you got to catch it. That's the DSA. And you got to catch it. But, you know, I get it, man. They got defensive players trying to throw it. You throw it soft, everybody gonna catch it, like I said.
Well, you got one of the strongest arm quarterbacks in the NFL now. But before we close this bad boy out, I want to ask you some questions about your teammates. And these can be as quick or as long as you want them to be. But Johnny Wilson was your, I don't want to say sidekick, but you guys were attacking defenses together there at Florida State. What are the Eagles getting in him as a wide receiver?
Everything, just in a 7'3" body. He can do everything. Yeah, what they call him Birdman. That's what we call him, Birdman.
Yeah.
He can stretch his wings over like the Empire State Building. He can make the catches. He can run the routes. He can catch your screens. He can get you the yards out of the catch. He can block. Like, he's a complete receiver.
What about Jerry and Jones going to the Jaguars? What are they getting in that DB?
You gonna get somebody that can equal. You want him to lock down the slot, or you want him to go to the field and jump every route? It's up to you. So you getting a very versatile defensive guy that is gonna come up and tackle. He gonna make plays. He gonna play man. He can play zone. You know, he gonna do a lot. You can blitz him off the edge for sure. That's what you got to be at a good nickel. You got to be the blitz. If you want to be a good nickel back, you got to be able to come off the edge.
Listen, you sound like a coach and an analyst right now. I mean,
I'm just a guy who loves football, man. I'm a football junkie.
There you go. You're gonna play for a really long time, and when it's all said and done, you're gonna be doing what I'm doing and having a blast doing it, man. You're phenomenal. What about Renardo Green with the 49ers? What are they getting out of him?
I mean, they're gonna have a tough decision. You want to put what the corner, his name Tre'Davious Ward? I don't want to say it wrong. Ward.
Yes.
You want to put him in the boundary, or you want to put Renardo in the boundary? Because Renardo's shutting down the boundary. No zone. We going straight man with him. Lock down on one side of the field. They might get two catches for 20 yards in the game, but you check the tape. All the receivers you want to see. Yeah, that ain't happening against Florida State like that. Because number 8 shut down the boundary.
Yeah, he was that dude with y'all at Florida State. And the guy's Charvarius Ward, I know you're talking about. Braden Fisk for the Rams.
A wrecking ball. High energy. He never gonna stop. He hear Bobby like a Max Crosby just at the D tackle. He gonna spin move you, then he gonna spin into the sack. You like, bro, he can bull rush. He versatile, bro. He one man working crew.
Jared Verse going to the Rams.
That's like the black Spider-Man and the red and blue Spider-Man. You get both of them. I don't know how you let that happen.
Okay.
Man, you get a guy off the edge that's he's just going to get back there. As simple as that. Ain't much you can do that's just going to stop him. Probably going to have to hold him. You ain't about a face mask, but he another wrecking ball. He's just going to get there. Whether it's pass rush moves or he going to bull rush you and lift you and grab you and the quarterback.
Okay.
And the running back just because he's showing up. And he going to let you know about it. That's the crazy thing. He going to say it. He going to point you out and let you know about it.
Okay. What about Trey Benson going to the Cardinals?
Speed, simple as that. You got to catch him. He like a road runner. You got to catch him. And even if you do catch him, you got to bring him down. He's still 227 or whatever he play at. You got to bring him down. So he a tough back.
Okay, and then I couldn't. Hold on a second. All right, these are my last questions, fam.
I know you watch that basketball. Please don't.
Bro, I can't have you on this show and not talk about basketball. All right. How has basketball helped your game? You played 2 sports in Michigan State. You were a phenomenal high school basketball player, and you were good at college too. Don't get me wrong. I saw a couple of clips of you playing in college. How has it helped you as a football player, especially as a wide receiver?
I think when they ask about the mindset when the ball's in the air, it's the same thing. Once I jump in basketball, I black out. I don't think there's very many spots from the court. If I take off, I'm not going to reach the rim. So it's the same mindset in the football game. It's just I got more gear on. So I hit the ground. I'm like, I ain't tripping. I'm going to be all right. So, get up and keep going. So I think that's where the mindset come at. And it's like, you got to be a different dog, playing on the Nike circuit coming up and all that. You got to be a dog. They got to count on you to make these plays when you need to make them with all eyes on you. When you got Izzo, you got Coach K, and you going against another top guard in the country, what you going to do? You going to shy away from me? You going to step up? So it's just the competitive nature of it, the lateral movement, the agility, the vertical jumping of it, everything, it comes into one. Then you feel me, the shiftiness. You got to be it's the same crossover when you do a double stick. You got to be able to crossover. And you just got to be able to fight through arms. You going to the goal, you got to be able to run through them. And the same sense of football. When you're anticipating the shot, you grab an elbow and pull yourself through. When you drive to the goal, you grab his arm. You're going to be like, you're going to take it, I'm going to break it. Same difference.
I'm not going to lie. It's fascinating unless you listen to you talk about this stuff. I know you're only 20 years old, but you say you love football. You clearly love basketball too.
Yeah.
And I saw you do a between the legs dunk in high school on a fast break, right?
I think like 3 times.
I only saw one, but it was phenomenal. Yeah. So when did you first dunk your first basketball? What grade?
Like the end of the 8th grade year. I'm gonna count it as a dunk. I don't care if it's a rim grade. So that's a dunk to me.
Okay, I had a rim grade.
Was like real like flushing it was like that summer going in the freshman year. I think that summer going in the freshman year.
So listen, I'm 34 years old, but I feel like I got a lot in common with my man Keon Coleman here. I'd actually dunked in 8th grade, same way, a little rim grazer, but they actually threw a tech on me because they said I hung on the rim. But I think it was just because the ref was surprised that an 8th grader was dunking.
By that time, we was throwing the ball off the glass fast break. I was big because they were 6'2", 6'4". They were banging out. I'm like, ain't no way everybody dunking. I got to get right. I was the shooter, point guard, and I'm a defender. I'm getting all the steals and throwing it off the glass. I'm about to dunk one of these. So I just start working.
Okay, so before you bounce, do you follow? I got to ask you this first. Do you follow the NBA playoffs right now?
I probably wait till the finals.
Okay.
I watch Ant Edwards. That's about it.
Okay, so
Ant
Edwards
and the Mavericks. I watch the Mavericks because I go to some of their games when I'm in Dallas.
Yeah, Luka and Kyrie. Yeah. I think Ant's gonna be the MVP next year. He's gonna be the face of the NBA.
Yeah, heard it.
He just
because he beat like you see the press. He beat himself. I like the authenticity. You feel me?
Man, and that's why people love you, man. Listen, Ant just sent Kevin Durant, Booker, and Bradley Beal to Cancun, or if it's Charles Barkley, he'll say he sent him to Galveston. But
sent him to Yucatan.
The Yucatan. Your authenticity, man, is so special. It's fun. It was fun to cover you in college. It's gonna be even more fun to cover you in the NFL. Just what would you say to Buffalo Bills fans that are eager and watching this show and want to see you and see how you're going to perform? What would be your last parting message to them, or should I say, first parting message to them, as far as how you're going to help this team acquire a Super Bowl that they've been chasing for a long time?
So I'm pretty much just do what they drafted me to do, make the plays I need to make, and be reliable for Josh and be a target for him, a very likable target that's QB friendly, gonna always be where I need to be and work with the right windows, the right timing, and then even bail him out if he need me to. And when he running and hurling, I'm gonna be blocking and diving at people for him. So it's just gonna be the ultimate team playing competitor and a guy that's gonna love the fans and I love the game of ball, so I would never disrespect it.
Nah, man, you are spot on. You are one of the bright stars right now in the NFL. Love what you've been doing, and you can focus on playing on the field. But I know your team is definitely going to be lining up those sponsorship deals because you deserve every single one of them. Your personality is something that people gravitate towards, and I'm happy that you came on the show, brother.
Appreciate it. The deals don't work unless you catch the touchdowns, man.
That's true. That's true. Hey, you, come here. I know what you're thinking. Full circle moment, huh? Not even close. And here's why. In case you guys didn't know, Kirk Cousins was drafted in the same draft class as I was. I was in the first round. Kirk Cousins was drafted in the 4th round. Well, he's experiencing something similar to that right now because Michael Penix Jr. was drafted in the 1st round, 8th overall, after he was signed a 4-year, $180 million contract worth $100 million guaranteed with the Atlanta Falcons. But they're not even close. And the reason is Kirk Cousins was drafted in the 4th round in 2012 in spite of me. It wasn't his fault. He has nothing to do with it. I got no beef with Kirk. It was because the owner and the head coach were at odds on who they wanted to draft and who they wanted to be there. So when you look at Michael Penix Jr. and Kirk Cousins now, the GM of the Falcons, Fontenette, and also the head coach, Raheem Morris, both want these guys. They want Kirk Cousins to be their starter and their quarterback for the now, and they want Michael Penix Jr. to be their starting quarterback of the future. So when you have a team like that with 2 quarterbacks on it that they truly believe in and want to be there, they're going to do things to help those guys both succeed. There is going to be no ulterior motives. It takes a lot of cojones to make that pick, knowing that you just guaranteed a guy coming off an Achilles rupture $100 million. That takes a lot of cojones because you know everyone's going to hate it. But we won't know whether it was a smart move or a dumb move for another 2 to 3 years. Yes, if Kirk Cousins plays out his entire contract, Michael Penix will be 27 years old by the time he gets an opportunity to start. That's not ideal, especially if he hasn't even played and you got to potentially exercise his 5th-year option. That's not ideal, which is why I think the Atlanta Falcons are doing this on a 2-year plan. Hey, Kirk, this is your team for 2 years. Mike, get ready because at any time it could be yours. And I think that's what they're going to do. But you guys keep putting that picture up on Twitter and I keep getting text messages about it. I just want y'all to know, hey, man, I ain't got no hate in my heart. I'm chilling. I'm having a blast doing what I'm doing. And it's not a full circle moment. It's not the same thing. It's completely different. Let those guys go be great and let the Atlanta Falcons figure out if they've got their quarterback of the now and their quarterback of the future. All right, people, that's a wrap for episode 33 of RG3 and The Ones. I mean, thank you to Keon for coming on the show, having a great time, and dropping some gems on us. Hopefully you took one thing from that conversation that you can apply to your own life and help you become the one in that bad boy as well. Gotta say, guys, RG3 and The Ones is a Way Sports and Entertainment original presented by PrizePicks, and this show would not be possible without the people behind the screen, talking about my producer, Joanna, our editor, Brady, and everybody at Way Sports and Entertainment. Thank you guys for doing an amazing job and partnering with Whistling Oaks Productions to make this show a reality. We have a really good time, so we need you guys to go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure you follow us on social media at RG3 and The Ones. And remember, you can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts at. So you guys know, before we leave, I like to give you a little bit of inspiration. So I want you guys to stop limiting yourself. You can only accomplish what you actually try to. So make sure you set your goals high and set your work ethic higher, and know that God is with you every step of the way. See you guys next week. Peace out.